Welcome back to Definitely Not Definitive. I'm Ken.
And I'm Bethany.
And we're just a devious couple in love that loves reacting to some Death Note.
Yes, we are doing season 1, episodes 3 and 4 today.
Yep, and you can get early ad free access. You can get a month ahead and see every moment, full uncut reactions over on our Patreon. Links in the description of the video. We'll be doing Death Note every Tuesday, 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And let's get to it.
Yeah, I gotta say, going into this, I was just thinking today about how quickly the show escalates. I'm like, you know, we're only 2 episodes in and we're already at the I'm ready to be a god part of the of the season, you know, where it's like, I'm just going to kill all these people that I don't agree with and boom, life will be so much better. It's like, that escalated fast. That's all I'm saying.
And hey, I'm going to take care of the worst criminals in the world. You disagree with me? Dead.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right.
Greetings to all of you at the ICPL. I am M. Whether the guilty party is an individual or a group.
What you're doing right now is evil.
You bastard.
Try to kill me.
I am justice. I protect the innocent and those who fear evil. I'm the one who become the god of a new world that everyone desires.
Clearly not everyone desires it.
I am justice.
Up to this point, we've received 3,029 responses about the murders via telephone and email.
Seems low.
All 14 accounts were followed up on and carefully documented. Nobody could provide any information that wasn't already publicly available. And lastly, this week there were an additional 21 people who called in claiming to be Kira.
We have confirmed that information of the heart attack victims was in fact publicly available in Japan immediately prior to their deaths. We found that all of them occurred between the hours of 4 p.m. and 2 a.m. on weekdays. Weekends and holidays appear to be the exception to this rule.
That information is extremely relevant for us.
Is he in the school or works?
Suspect could very well be a student. Based on the fact that Kira's only killing criminals, I think it's safe to assume that he's driven by a very idealistic notion of justice. We're dealing with an individual who has a very childish concept of right and wrong.
Great psychological profiling there.
Continue with your report.
Does anyone else have something they'd like to add?
Yeah, Elle's right.
Well, I'm not saying this to support Kira or to condone the murders. We've observed a dramatic decrease in the number of violent crimes committed.
Is that guy asleep?
Before I go, I'm afraid I have one additional request to make. I would like you to go back and take a closer look at the exact way in which the victims' identities were made public. Be as thorough as possible.
In particular, I want to know if photos of the victims were made available to the public in Japan.
He's narrowing it down.
I feel all these late nights are starting to take their toll.
About what I said earlier at our meeting, I wanted to apologize.
Nobody said it would be easy to speak the truth, but it has to be done. If you'd gone on to say that we should commend Kira for doing such a great job of reducing violent crime, then yes, I might have had a little problem with that.
Oh no, no I wouldn't. That would never happen.
I'm just kidding.
So, do you think you're ready to try a few on your own now?
Huh? Yeah, I guess so.
Good, because I got some work to do. Some names to put in a book.
Helping your sister with her homework. You sure are relaxed. If the police try to come after me, I'm pretty confident I've got something that'll give me the advantage. Hey, glad you could join us for dinner. You hungry, Dad?
Yeah, it's been a long day.
Okay.
Yep.
Tell me, how are your studies going?
Everything's okay, I guess.
Whatever. He's at the top of his class. My big brother's a genius.
That's my son. We're all proud of you, Light.
You can do no wrong.
You look tired.
Yeah, I'm not able to say too much about it. But this case I'm working on now is really tough.
He's so fascinated.
Well, Daddy's a policeman. And that must be the reason why you're so confident. It's easy for me to hack into Dad's computer.
Oh man, how's your dad gonna feel when he finds out?
Looks like the police are already beginning to suspect a student. I guess that means you're in trouble.
He seems to vary up his times when he does it.
If the cause of death is not specified, the person will simply die of a heart attack. After writing the cause of death, details of the death should be written in the next 6 minutes and 40 seconds. In other words, if I write heart attack as the cause of death, then I should be able to write down all the details, including time of death afterwards, shouldn't I? Looks like I'll be able to provide you with more entertainment now.
So you can vary up the times. Smart. I thought you would just vary up the different ways they die.
That's what I thought too.
Yeah.
What's wrong? Snap out of...
I'm not getting music. Good horror, creepy music.
Another 23 victims yesterday? Are these confirmed?
Yes.
Various
The
times.
day before, there were another 23 victims. He's killing one off every hour on the hour.
It does appear less likely now that Kira's a student. But that's not the message he's sending by doing this. Ask yourselves, why every hour? Why not other criminals like before? I believe Kira is telling us that not only can he kill from a distance, but he can also determine the time of death.
Is this the Exorcist song?
So close to it, right?
This can only mean that Kira has access to police information.
Ooh.
This is a direct challenge to me.
I'd say Elle is probably starting to sweat a little by now.
He's so
Nope.
smart.
I know. Great chess game.
So Kira has found a way to obtain information from the task force headquarters. This is one fact that cannot be ignored. What is he hoping to achieve in the end?
A perfect world.
No such thing.
Mm-hmm.
Well, my real agenda is to get close to Elle so I can eliminate him.
How are you gonna do that?
Elle and the investigators don't trust each other at all. Think about it. Could you trust someone whose name and face you don't even know? When Elle discovers that I'm somehow getting confidential information, he'll be obligated to start investigating the police to find the source of the leak. It'll only be a matter of time before the police start resenting Elle. Elle will investigate the police, and they will be investigating Elle.
And no one's investigating me.
I can let the police do that for me. And when they do, that's when I'll eliminate him.
Damn.
Yeah.
Well done, Light. But it doesn't take Elle too long to figure out exactly what your motives are and what you're up to.
Mm-hmm.
So it's Elle's move now.
With all due respect, Chief, we're resigning. We demand that you assign us to a different case.
Why? You're good cops.
Isn't it clear? It's because we value our lives, sir.
Kira has some ESP-like power that somehow allows him to kill people indirectly. Let's face it, he knows he'll be sentenced to death if he's caught.
But you're all good people.
But then again, Elle never had to show his face or reveal his name, for that matter. I'm sure you recall Elle's last request. Well, it turns out he was right. Every single one of those victims' names and photos were broadcast to the Japanese public, and then they died.
Just go and change your name.
We're out there investigating this case wearing police IDs with our names and photos on them.
The truth is, we could be killed by Kira at any time.
Excuse us, Chief.
Hey, stop!
I get being scared. I mean, it's hard to hold it against them. Elle?
We brought the FBI to Japan 4 days ago. They're fully operational. As requested, they're now gathering intel on the police.
And this is the complete list?
Yes.
Light, you got a second? I already told you to. You can't talk to me in public. How many times do I have to tell you?
In that case, I'll talk. You just listen. If you don't want to hear me, you can plug your ears or something. First of all, I don't have anything against you. I actually think the notebook couldn't have been picked up by a better person.
Because of how entertaining this
I
is.
have to stick around till the death note is finished, or I see you die, whichever comes first. But make no mistake, Light, I'm not on your side or Elle's side.
Well, I knew that much already.
That being said.
But as your roommate, I might have a few things to say now and then.
Why are you telling me all this stuff now anyway?
The only reason I'm going to tell you this is because personally it's starting to creep me out.
Get to the point already.
Somebody's following you.
You're being followed by another human. He's watching you right now.
Good thing you have Ryuk. Not as smart as you thought.
It's really starting to get on my nerves. I realize there's no way he can see me, but because I'm always following behind you wherever you go, I feel like I'm constantly being watched.
I'll have to get rid of him as soon as possible. Does this mean Elle is already starting to suspect the police? Even if he has as many as 50 people on the case, I don't see how they could ever figure out that I'm Kira. I shouldn't look like anything other than your average high school senior. But the longer I let this person keep following me, the greater the chances they'll figure out who I really am. I need my stalker's name. Once I figure that out, I can get rid of him for good.
Light, what makes a Shinigami and a human who has a death note different? Well, there are two things.
Cool ring.
And why do Shinigami have to write the names of humans in their death notes? You got any ideas?
You sure are talkative today.
It's because we are able to take human lifespans for ourselves. Let's say you have a human who is due to live until the age of 60, and a god of death wrote that this person would die at 40. Now those 20 years taken from someone in the human world are added to that god of death's life.
Huh.
So it means that as long as we don't slack off, on the other hand, no matter how many names you write in your death note, your lifespan will not increase.
That is the first difference between gods of death and humans who possess a death note.
That's something about Shinigami that I haven't heard before.
The second difference between us will probably be of even greater interest to you.
Mm-hmm.
Shinigami can tell what a person's name is by just looking at their face. We know instantly. Because through a Shinigami's eyes, a human's name can be seen above their head. Not only that, we see their lifespan as well.
So you guys when you're gonna die.
I'm able to see your name and lifespan right now. If I converted that to human time, I could tell you how many years you've got left. But there's no way I'd ever tell you that.
Why would you want him to know that?
Our eyes just aren't the same, and that is the difference between you and I.
The only difference?
However, if a Shinigami drops his death note and a human picks it up, he can grant that human the eyes of a Shinigami. But only if a deal is made.
Here we go.
The price for having a Shinigami's eyes is half of that person's remaining lifespan. That's all it is.
Half of my remaining lifespan. I see.
Oh, the music, the shadow.
You wouldn't just give me the names of people I wanted to kill.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, you're saying that I can't simply borrow your powers. I'd have to pay for them.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. It's a key part of the code that all Shinigami are bound by. Give me half your remaining lifespan, and I'll give you the Shinigami eyes.
If I agree, I'll be able to know everyone's name just by looking at them. If I had that power, the Death Note would only be easier to use.
Yeah, he's definitely gonna do it.
What'll it be, Light? Is it a deal?
If you make the world a better place, why not? Oh! What you think?
Okay, so I absolutely am loving the chess that is the dynamic between L and
Light.
Light. Thank you. I was like our godlike guy, but
Yeah.
Light. And then also the reveal of who his father is.
Yeah.
Just like chef's kiss to that, because it was, I was just talking about how quickly things escalated when we got to episode 2. They're like, I didn't even clock that we hadn't really met his parents. Like, because we're so deep in on his story that I kind of sure, we know the family, whatever. So the revelation of who his dad was, that was great.
Yeah, and each episode now is ending with something that's not only do we get the chess game here, but now we got that ending there where he can get the Shinigami eye and be able to see everyone's lifespan and their names, more importantly. Man, so he's definitely gonna do it, because you don't just offer that up and then have it's oh no.
It's like Chekhov's gun.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe he doesn't do it right away the next episode or something like that. Maybe he's got to think about it for a little while. They can draw it out for another episode or so. But I'm looking at it now. It's it's 37 episodes on Netflix, so it seems like this is a very tight series and tight story, and it's just it just constantly gets more intense. Like you said, the stakes just keep getting raised more and more. And I'm loving the horror music with it, the shots, especially with the fingers in the shadow, and when he's making the deal, how Ryuk is kind of so we see the chess game with L and with Light, right? But then Ryuk has his own little part in this game. He says he's just a spectator, but he's not, because he's okay, how can I continue to push the dial on this and and make it a little bit put my thumb on the scale and increase this, because it's so fascinating for him. And he's helping Light, but to what end? And like you said, he's not making judgment whether Light's right or wrong. I just think he wants a fun show.
Yeah, I agree with that. And if I were Light being offered that deal, I would assume I have a long life left. Because what's the point of giving up an eye to me for just 6 months? He's gaining so much more.
Yeah.
By how much Light is knocking people off.
Mm-hmm.
So if he shortens Light's lifespan and only gets 6 months in return, that doesn't feel like a very sound investment, which I know sounds bizarre to say, but in this instance. So if I were Light, I would have to assume I've got a good long life if I don't do this.
Yeah, I'd agree. Flip side is that he doesn't have a lot of time left. And so he wants, and that might come up later on. Like he says right now, he's like, oh, I wouldn't do that to you. Tell you how much time you have left, because that's just be like, cruel or whatever. But if he has a short amount of time and it gets taken away even more, like if Ryuk wants to speed things up and like I said, like dial up the intensity on this and make Light even more desperate, then this is something that he could have over him and be like, oh, by the way, when I took your
That's true, yeah.
when I saw it, you only had a year left, and now that and we made this deal 3 months ago. So now you only have 3 months left to finish what you started. So it could be that. Like, I think it makes more sense what you're saying, because that's like just a good deal. It's good negotiation right there. If he has like a long life, it's like, okay, cool.
Well, because then Ryuk just gets the most out of it, right? Yeah. Especially with the way that he's rigged the Death Note right now to possibly like burn up. Well, if that Death Note goes away, then Ryuk isn't getting more life. So like, I assume Ryuk wants to continue gaining that time span, those like 20 years here and whatever. So he either wants Light to keep doing his work, or Light to make this deal if he's got a lot of time left, or for the Death Note to pass to someone else. Like, I would assume those are the three objectives for him to keep screwing with humanity, having his fun, living an indefinite lifespan.
Well, yeah, I mean, but he can still write in the Death Note. Like once, if Light were to die or whatever, I don't know can he just take the Death Note right now back from Light if he wanted to?
That's a good question. I mean, it feels like he should be able to. Yeah. But what I was thinking was more so if Light dies, he's left that thing to like incinerate the book in his desk.
Okay, I see what you're saying. True, assuming it can be incinerated and killed that way. I mean, it's like sort of like a demonic book. Now, the other thing is, since Ryuk and Shinigami can basically just see whenever anyone's about to die. So if they want to expand their life, they can just look at someone's name and it's like, okay, 30 years, boom. Like, just like kill a bunch of people, gain more years. If this was the only way to gain more years was to make a deal like this, then I think he's doing that to gain more life, and Light has a long lifespan. But if not, then, he could have shorter or long. I mean, just depends on where the writers want to go. But I feel like this is going to come up later. Like, they're going to make this deal now, and then, like, I don't know, later in the series, it's going to come up again. And it's like you're going to have forgotten all about it, and say, boom, they're going to drop it on you.
I could totally see that. I mean, the writing for this is fantastic.
Yeah.
I also find it very interesting how, like, what I'm seeing is Light's behavior is starting to feel like this storyline is kind of mirroring addiction behavior. Like, he got a little taste of that power, and ooh, was that power sweet? Yeah. Now it's a little more. And he's like developing such a thirst for it. And meanwhile, our Shinigami here is like, oh, here's just a little bit more. Oh, did you hear what he said? Here's a little bit more.
Yeah.
Like, he's as almost like a dealer to him at this point. And like, as you said, upping the ante, raising stakes, making Light get more and more down this rabbit hole, more and more invested, more and more in need of this. And so, yeah, it was a thought that popped into my head as we were watching this. I was like, he's becoming an addict. And then the more I thought about it, the more I thought, yeah, I mean, he got a taste, and then he figured out a way to hide his habit, and then he figured out a way to enable his habit to make it happen more and more. I'm like, there's a strong similarity there.
Yeah, that's 100% correct. Because as you're saying that, I'm like, yeah, he's saying all this stuff about, oh, I don't want to choose sides. And like, I'm just telling you this because it's bothering me. But there's someone following you, making Light now more desperate.
Paranoid.
So he tells him that. And then he tells him about this whole Shinigami eye. And all you need to do is ask about his life. But like, oh, well, I could see this guy's name right away that's following me. So he sets him up. Yeah. That was, all right, beautiful.
And I'm just so impressed with L.
Yeah.
How intelligent he is, how he figures out the clues so fast, the psychological profile that he just nails instantly. So I'm really curious, like, what's going to happen. I mean, because it feels like things get introduced so quickly, the stakes are getting raised so fast, and like, just when you think, they really can't go up because, again, we're already at the I'm a god who's going to reinvent the world. We have Shinigami saying, hey, you could have my powers. Yeah. So, I mean, where do we go from here, right?
We'll see. Next episode.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's frog in my throat. It should not go away.
I had one in my throat this morning.
Yeah.
Must have jumped out and
Allergies.
traveled to you.
It did.
The way I was coughing a bit this morning, I was like, oh no. I was like, am I coming down with something? Because
No,
sort of
these-
had like that feeling, but I think it's allergies. I think,
Yeah.
Right?
Post-nasal drip.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah. Wait, there could be more Shinigami coming in with more Death Notes, too.
It's true. Like, he assumes, I think, that he's like the only one who could have this power, but the way that Shinigami talks,
There's a bunch of
there's,
gods
like,
of death that
yeah.
can have it, yeah.
Another 23 victims yesterday? Are these confirmed?
As soon as we began to suspect,
he takes 1 hour off every day. Lunch break.
The price for having a Shinigami's eyes is half of that person's remaining lifespan. That's all it is.
That's all.
So, what'll it be like? Is it a deal?
Yeah.
Has anyone seen Ryuk around lately?
Maybe he was serious about losing his Death Note.
And he'd be stuck there till the end of that human's life or until the Death Note was destroyed.
Okay.
Okay, so he's got
That answers that question.
Yep.
I actually heard he was carrying 2 Death Notes.
Ooh.
So, the price for receiving the eyes of a Shinigami is no more than half of my remaining lifespan? Out of the question.
Okay. Didn't take it.
for now.
Yep, but it's there.
My plan is to create an ideal new world free from evil and all criminals, and I intend to reign as a god in that world for a very long time. I figured you, of all people, should know I wouldn't take this deal.
I still felt I should tell you that the deal existed just in case.
I don't see why you couldn't have told me this when we met.
He's not the slightest bit daunted by the fact that I'm a Shinigami, and he seems to have no problem giving me a hard time.
Mm-hmm. Because he thinks he's a god, so.
Mm-hmm.
He's on the level with a god of death.
You know, Ryuk, I might have seriously considered the deal if you'd offered me wings instead of eyes.
You'd stand out if you sprouted wings and flew around.
Yeah.
I was only joking. Though, who knows? I bet that could be pretty interesting.
I wouldn't worry, even without the eyes and the wings. You're already a worthy Shinigami. The Shinigami realm is slowly rotting. You're becoming a much more impressive Shinigami.
I mean, from what you're telling me, it sounds like I'm doing a lot more work than they are, but...
Yep. You're an overachiever.
I'm a human using this Death Note to make the world a better place for other humans. The existence of the Shinigami realm is extremely significant.
Really?
Well, when you return from this world, why not use what you've learned here to try and change it for the better?
You're quite the positive thinker.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course I am. You have to be a positive thinker to even attempt something like this. That's it. I got it.
Got what?
Yeah.
What's this about?
The light bulb went off.
I think I just figured out how to find the name of the guy who was following me today. I'm gonna use the rules of the Death Note to my advantage. I need to know exactly how far I can go in terms of specifying the details of death.
Yeah, but don't you need the name and the face?
Yeah.
All were heart attacks? It's him. What?
One of them wasn't.
Bizarre behavior before they died? Could you be more specific?
Oh.
What I'm saying is they all died of heart attacks, but it wasn't quite that simple. Before one of them died, he drew a pentagram on the wall of his cell using his own blood.
Huh.
It sounds like he was afraid that Kira would find him. It's believable that our victim might have been genuinely afraid and wrote this, but what if he can also determine the actions in the moments leading up to death?
Seems like he can.
We can't release details of these men's deaths to the media. I have reason to believe that Kira was performing some kind of test using these criminals. And if that's the case, we'd only be giving him the results if this information is leaked to the public.
But if he has access to the police files, then he'll get it anyways. Ella, you can put some like posters up in your room, maybe get some furniture.
What is he trying to achieve?
A plant?
The results of yesterday's little test have already been downloaded onto my dad's computer, and these results are just as I expected. One of them escaped and ran into the bathroom I had specified in the Death Note. Another one drew the same symbol I had drawn in the Death Note before he died. A third wrote the same letter I had written in the Death Note, word for word.
So basically they're your puppets.
With the first one, I wrote that he would die in front of the Eiffel Tower in 1 hour. Since this couldn't happen, he simply died of a heart attack in prison. The next was supposed to draw an exact picture of Elle's face on the prison wall. This also didn't happen. You can't draw someone you've never seen, right? With the last one, I tried something slightly different. I specified that he would write a note that read, "I know that Elle is suspicious of the Japanese police." To be honest, I actually expected this one to work, but it didn't end up happening. which means it's impossible to make someone write what they don't already know. Basically, even the Death Note can't do the impossible. As long as it's within the realistic limits of what that person might do, I can control them as much as I want before they die.
Another new wrinkle.
What's all this leading to?
These latest victims will no doubt keep L and the police guessing. He's probably trying to decipher all the clues I left for him. That absolutely meaningless dying message.
Kira used those criminals to conduct an experiment of some sort. It means he's about to start something. Is this it?
All right, time for the real thing.
L, do you know?
Yesterday on the news, they said this drug addict tried to rob a bank but was unsuccessful. I'll use him. It's kinda last minute, but I'm sure I can find someone.
For what?
You'll see. I'm actually a rather popular guy.
Can neither go to heaven nor hell. 40 seconds after writing the cause of death. Heart attack.
He's still following me. Perfect. This whole thing would just be a waste of time if he wasn't tailing me.
Light!
A date?
Yeah. It's a date no matter how you look.
He's putting her in danger so that the stalker comes out and helps save her.
What do you plan on doing?
Didn't you see what I wrote in the Death Note? I explained it in great detail.
No. Doing that would take all the fun out of it.
In that case, just be patient and watch what happens.
I'm so excited. And the best part is I have you all to myself.
Yeah.
He's a sociopath. He doesn't care about this girl at all. He's gonna put her in danger.
Chief Yagami's son, Light Yagami. No cause for suspicion. At any rate, I'll be done with my surveillance today, and that'll be it.
Oh no, you're gonna die today.
I don't get it, Light. Didn't you say you weren't going out until entrance exams were over?
That was before I scored #1 on the national practice exams.
Oh, you're such a nerd.
It's him. He's here.
He's just gonna rob the place? Okay.
Stay in your seats unless you want to die!
A bus jacking? You gotta be kidding me.
Everybody shut up! All right, driver. You listen to me. I know you've got the number for Spaceland's office on you. Call them!
Okay.
Tell them what's going on, and no tricks either.
My bus has been hijacked.
Now you listen up! Have a female staff member bring all of Spaceland's cash from yesterday. I know it's there. Have her meet us 2 bus stops from the park. And don't make me wait. If you mess with me at all, or try to get the police involved, I swear I'll kill every one of these passengers.
Don't worry.
Don't be scared. As soon as he turns around, I'm going to grab the gun out of his hand.
Don't be stupid. That's risky. If it comes to that, I'll take care of it.
Do you have any proof that you're not his accomplice?
Yeah, what's your name? I'm Special Agent.
I have no choice. I'm sure Light Yagami isn't Kira. If he was, he could just kill this guy with a heart attack. Here's my proof. Take a look.
FBI? I see. L needed an outsider, so we got the FBI to investigate anyone connected to the Japanese police.
But
his name is Ray Penber.
Kill this guy. Won't Light then want to see what who this guy was following? He's gotta kill him in a clever way. That's not a heart attack.
Shut the hell up, you old hag! You want me to shoot you right now?
He won't shoot us. In fact, he's not gonna do anything.
Don't move, you little punk! What the hell is that? You guys were planning something back here, weren't you?
Damn it. If he sees that note from before, he'll find out the Light was planning to jump him and take his gun away.
Plans for a date, huh? Stupid kid.
Gotcha.
Who the hell are you? You in the very back. What do you think you're doing? How long have you been hiding back there?
Oh, you can see him.
You're talking to me?
Stay there, you! You! Keep away from me, you freak!
This isn't good.
This is new.
Oh, I get it. That little note that Light accidentally dropped was actually torn from the pages of the Death Note itself. Since he tricked this guy into touching the paper, he's the only other one on the bus who can see me.
Huh. Oh, that is super clever.
So I'm afraid your bullets aren't gonna kill me. Anyone who touches the Death Note can see me. I have to stay till the Death Note is finished, or I see you die, whichever comes first. Well, he is the top-ranked student in the country. Guess I shouldn't be surprised. He even used this hijacking as a way to get the guy following him to willingly give up his name.
Let me off!
And car accident. So Light just has to touch the other part of the note, and then he's got it back.
11:45 on the dot. Everything went just as I planned. Kiichiro Osoreda, accidental death, boards the 11:31 Spaceland-bound bus near the eastern entrance to the park, holding a loaded gun and attempts to hijack the bus. Terrified, he flees the bus. Immediately afterwards, at 11:45, he dies when struck by a car. The Death Note never fails.
Now you're gonna kill this FBI agent. He's done nothing wrong.
You will be next, Ray Penber.
Light is just crazy impressive with how he figured that all out. And like the most impressive thing was the how he pays attention to the rules and dropping the note to get the other guy to pick it up. So it's like you don't have to touch the actual book itself. You just have to touch a page from the Death book, the Death Note.
Yeah, I mean his analysis and strategy are top notch. You also mentioned sociopathic tendency, which also often accompanies a godlike complex.
Yeah.
So I think this is the first episode, though, where he is crossing the line into planning the death of someone who has done nothing wrong.
Yeah.
Ray Pender is just doing his job. We hear his inner monologue saying, this kid's in the clear.
Yep.
My job's done after today, tailing him. But Light is now going from criminals and people who harm others and do bad things to now it's anyone I just don't like.
Yeah, anyone that is against me or could like harm my noble goal must therefore be evil, because if you were trying to stop good, then you could only be bad. Yeah, so I'll be interested to see how he kills the FBI agent, and then also how quick L is able to put things together.
Yeah. I really want him to kind of be able to save Ray, but once this guy knows your name and your photo, I don't know how you stop him from going through with his plan.
Yeah, he has to change his mind. Interesting that he turned down the deal. So that's going to come up at a later point. Because again, he's just like, I just want you to know that it's there. I didn't want to pull this out too late. It's almost like he's telling us instead of just telling Light. It's like that's for our benefit as well.
I do feel like that's what Ryuk does a lot of the time, right? Like he says these things to educate Light, or to like remind, like what he's down the bus, like to remind himself, like, oh yeah, I've said all these things at one point or another. But really, it feels like it's to tell us, and like, remember we talked about this. He can do this and he can do that, and this is a rule, and
it's a clever way to give exposition.
Yeah, very clever.
Yeah. But yeah, just toying with the girl that like clearly has a crush on him, and he said, okay, no one's gonna be like put in harm's way, but that's just from that guy. Like you don't have control over, which I'm curious when it's gonna happen, because I feel like he's gonna do something where he's controlling somebody else and that person doesn't actually hurt anybody, but indirectly their actions cause a death, like an innocent death. And it's just, because yeah, sure, maybe you wrote down that all these things would happen with the guy, with the gun, but how do you know afterwards? I don't know, the bus doesn't like crash or something, or yeah. So
how did he know nobody else was going to jump out of their seat to try to escape the bus? Like even if they aren't interacting with the person he's controlling, like them trying to escape the bus could have it be that like they get out before the bus stops and they die, or they get hit by the car as they get out, and even the guy shooting at a phantom that he can't see, it didn't sound like he specified in there anything about like nobody gets hit by a bullet.
Yeah.
Like he said that he's not intentionally shooting at anyone, because he's intentionally shooting at a phantom. But yeah, it's curious that like how specific do you have to get? Because like when a genie grants you 3 wishes, you got to be hyper specific, and it's probably still going to come out wrong.
Yes, these are genie rules, genie wish rules.
Yes,
in case you didn't know.
Unless it's Aladdin's genie, and then
yeah,
he's really cool.
So let us know what you thought about these episodes down below in the comments. And if you want our full uncut reactions, you want early ad-free access, Go ahead and check out our Patreon. Links in the description of this video. We'll have more Death Note for you every Tuesday at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And thanks so much for watching our reaction for Death Note. But just keep in mind
that our reaction is definitely not definitive.